What is up, Mount to Goat Gaming? Uh, it is me, Sean, here with Tyler and Jay. We're here doing a cheeky list review for a tournament up here in Queensland. 600 point teams event, 3v3 teams event, uh, run by our good friend and core member of the Queensland TO community, David. We're here to do another one of the famous MGG list reviews, checking out all the lists. There is how many teams going? Do we know? Do we have a good idea? No,
14.
well,
14, right?
14. Crazy. You love to see
Jeez.
it.
42 lists.
42 lists. That's nuts. Jay, you've had some experience with Teams events with 40K in the past. Teams events is not something we really do here in Australia. It's maybe happened once or twice, but it's not something very common. So do you want to just give us a little rundown on a Teams event?
Sure. I think generally this is the best way to play any tabletop wargaming, full stop, is in a team. The bigger the team, the better. You cannot change my mind. This is why I stuck in such a competitive, money, toxic community being 40K for such a long time was because I loved teams. I loved the different perspective that it brought. And the last thing that you want to do on a weekend, especially if you're gunning for like a top spot, is you work so hard and you get stomped by a Mumak in the last thing, and next thing you know, everything's all gone from one game. What if I told you that the stakes could be a little less because it's a team commitment? And if you're thrown under the bus purposefully, your job is to lose well. Lose by as little as you possibly can. It's a different way to play the game, right? And with that comes its own caveats. So without kind of blubbering on too much about it, the way that it rolls, especially so for this weekend coming, is going to be the captains will roll off. Whoever wins the roll off gets to hold their players to their chest and attack first. The person who loses the roll off is going to throw one of their three lists out, and then they say, "Okay, you're going to verse Sean. Sean's running bears," and then the captain who won the roll would say, "Okay, I think this list with a Moria Dragon is really good into the bears. I'm going to pair that into it," and then from there, the person who just attacked would then start defending until you're paired up. That's pretty much how this tournament's going to run, and I think it's going to be an absolute hoot. So Sean, myself, and Danny are going to be on a team, so we're going to try and see what we can do. And yeah, Tyler, do you want to thank a couple of people and shout out the little old Discord you made?
Yeah. Okay. So, if you haven't already watched a bunch of our videos, make sure to go to Oz Wargaming and Bard's Table. Use code GOATS, GOATS, all caps, please. Otherwise, we also have a Discord. It should be in the description. Make sure to join it if y'all want to chat with us. We're always on voice channels. Otherwise, let's get started.
A couple of stats here. We're not going to run through a lot of it. However, the standout, this is such typical Queensland, the Dwarves are coming out in force here. And I love to see the Army of Kandum showing like a nice cheeky representative there. So we're seeing an Isengard resurgence here, which we have for pretty much the majority of this edition. But there's a good spread, man.
We've got 42 players, 14 teams, and to have a spread like this, seeing 1 everywhere is beautiful.
And then leader-wise, rounding out, taking the top spot is old Saruman. I don't think that's any surprise. But interestingly, all Moria Khazad-dûm list bar one took Durin at 600 points. That's interesting. I rate Durin. Me personally, running Khazad-dûm, I want to go the Dwarf Kingspan for numbers.
I do want to quickly point out, if you go to the very first name on this list, Troll Brute as your army leader, get excited. He's a bit of forward selling for this video.
God, it's going to be good. All right, team one. We have Thralls of Handwall, actually, with 600 points at 32 models. Thranduil just on foot here with his heavy armor, couple of knights, couple of elves, 5 Palace Guard, interestingly, with Legolas on foot, no upgrade. So he's kind of a little exposed here. And a couple more elves with a few glaives in the mix here. Nice, I would say, stock standard Halls of Thranduil list. Do you agree?
Yeah, very,
No,
very solid.
no Sentinels is interesting, but next.
True. Then we've got the Kingdom of Khazad-dûm. This is one of our Durin players, right? Where we've got a Dwarf Banner, a couple of Iron Guard, the Fight 5 Khazad Guard now, interestingly. And even more interestingly, we've got a Dwarf Captain with a couple of longbows. And they've leaned into the Iron Guard here, so rounding out with 9 throwing weapons. It's cute.
I
It's
love that.
great. Similar models. We've got 32 models for both the Elves and the Dwarves now. Rounding this team out, we've got Lothlorien, 599, 29 models, respectable. Celeborn Haldir.
I'm there for it. I
Interest-
respect the choice.
Interesting. Galadrim Banner, heap of Lorien Guard. I think that's an absolute essential for Lothlorien. This is very different. We're seeing 3 Wood Elf Sentinels. We bring the Galadrim Court back, interestingly, but we're not seeing the typical previous Armies of Middle-earth Lothlorien, which was just Pajama Elves with the 2 Celeborn and Galadriel Mirror.
I'm pretty sure I know whose team this is. And if it's who I think it is, if it's the 3 that I think it is, as players, they are the 3 to watch out for at this tournament. They will be scary. This is the team to watch out for.
Team 2, Sean, do you want to run us through all 3?
Yep, we'll go through real quick. Oh, we're starting off with a 24 model Barad-dûr, Sauron, the Dark Lord. He's got a boatload of Orc warriors and a couple of Warg riders. Then we're walking into a mortal Orc captain with more Orc warriors. Stock standard Sauron list, I'd like to say. Sauron's going to go in. I think this is, as you would describe, a hammer list. I'm still trying to figure out the terms as well. I've never done a teams event. But this is very much going to be able to go into a lot of lists and just have a lot of fun. Kingdom of Khazad-dûm. Very similar to the previous one, but a dwarf king instead of a captain. 13 Khazad Guard. Baby. Crazy.
Fuck. It costs more than Durin.
Yeah. No, again, those 600 points, 30 models with Durin and all that, that's beefy. That's good. I'm liking those numbers. Garathan of Athelion, this is going to shoot the shit out of some people.
I like this. I think this represents a bit more of the team aspect in terms of you've got a clear all-comers list, you've got a hammer that will just perform because it's Sauron, and then you've got someone who, if you know that your bows will do work with, you pair this into them. Third team, Tyler, you're up.
Let's do this. Okay, we have Durin, Martin, Dwarf Captain, variety of warriors, 6 Khazad Guard, and the rest is just Dwarf Warriors with Shield or Dwarf Rangers with Longbow. Cool. Next one, Salt and Raven Hill. This is cute. Thorin, Tario, Legolas with Orcris, Killy, Thillian, Dwalin. Cool. And the last one, Army of the White Hand. We have Saruman on horse, variety of Uruk-hai, Isengard warriors, and Dunlin in his warband. We have Grima, Uruk-hai scout captain, and a variety again, and the Oathmaker with just Dunlin in his warband. Sprinkled in with a couple of 3 flaming brands. We have only the 1 Crebain. But overall, 40 models, only 8 bows is very, very interesting. I don't know if I would have done that.
And all this be and just go Wildman bows, right?
I just think more bows.
And 2 Crebain. I love 600 points.
Is it 2? Yeah, 2 Crebain.
It's 1 Crebain. I think more would be.
I love playing with 2.
Oh yeah, I think 2 at 600 points. I do it with usurpers. It's minimum 2 Crebain. If I can go up, I definitely will.
Out of all the lists, not too bad. I love the way that this does with the Army of the White Hand being your sort of spam out horde. I wish it had more bows. Salt and Raven Hill, that is definitely your oh my god, scalpel, because you'll send this into something and it's just this sucker is your hammer. He's solid. No worries.
I'm glad that we finally get to see the Durin and Martin, because if I was to run Durin, you have to have Martin, man. Like
fuck yeah.
Get the momentum that you need with a hero like Durin on the front lines, for goodness sakes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I also just like the little bit of extra might within Khazad-dûm. That's always handy. Team 4, Jay.
Oh, God, I think this is us.
Oh, this is us.
So I think this is Sean on the Bears. So exactly the same as we saw last edition. This was a menace. Interestingly, no bows. Then we have the Shire with Gandalf's fireworks. Rosie, Lobelia, Hobbits out the fucking wazoo. Bilbo with the Sting, Mithril Coat, and the Ring. Maggot and his 3 Chad dogs. Gaffer, Flower Man re-rolls Gamgee, and Paladin took Hunters. Thank you for everything. 50 models. Moving on. And then we have Riv Knights. So we've got Elrond on horse, pure Riv Knights, a cheeky banner in there for point. Arwen on Asheville off with a couple more Riv Knights. This is our team.
The only reason I'm gonna give y'all it's okay, like this list right here is okay, is because I know Danny's piloting it, and something's gonna go wrong when he plays it. Something's gonna go wrong, and I'm gonna hear it from either Sean or Jay.
Team number 5, Eastlings. Here we go. 26 models. Amder, his back, baby, with his Eastling War Priest and an Eastling Dragon Knight. Love to see it. 6 Cataphracts, 5 Eastling Warriors, another 11 Eastling Warriors with Halberd and Shield, and then you've got an Eastling Banner. I would have liked a drum in there.
I would have liked the fucking Black Dragons.
I would literally have dropped one for Black Dragons, one of those guys, and gotten a bunch of Black Dragons. But
the one thing though, the War Priest feels a bit interesting. But you know what? I'm very keen to chat to whoever this person is. Please come talk to me after your weekend. I would love to talk to you because I love the War Priest model. I think the movement shenanigans that you need for the new edition, the scenarios, this is leaning into more of like what I think the list will be starting to lean towards, which is a contingent of cavalry and Cataphract, Gleaming Horde, Amder, Dragon Knight. Fucking, you can't find better than that. Moving on.
Army of the White Hand, again, just classic solid list for this current edition. Saruman, Wildman Oathmaker, Wildman Chieftain, and the best 25 points in the game, Grima Wormtongue. Spam Wildman of Dunland, with only 6 Uruk-hai, one of them with a banner. You got 1 Crebain in there, and then you've talking about that contingent of cavalry. We have 6 Isengard Warg Riders. So moving on to Pits of Dol Guldur, Azog on the White Warg, 7 Hunter Orc Warg Riders, 2 Mirkwood Giant Spiders, 3 Riderless Fell Wargs, a Hunter Orc Captain with a 2-hand on a Fell Warg. Then you got 5 Hunter Orcs with bow, 3 Gundabad Warriors with shield, and 1 more Gundabad Orc Warrior with banner and shield, and then 2 Riderless Fell Wargs. And then the boy himself, Thrain the Broken. I'm excited to see Thrain the Broken in a list. Personally, I think if you can put Thrain the Broken into a list, you find those 10 points.
There's a theme across these lists here. A good cav contingent. These are fast-moving lists, all 3 of them. So you know what? They've leaned into a bit of skew here, and I respect that.
I like it.
I think that's cool. It fits the team environment very much. Tyler, you're up to team 6.
Cool. Okay, Army of Karn Doom, Aldra.
I love this. God, I love this.
Okay, 6 Hill
Liam
Trolls.
Harder, are you coming to this event? Liam?
Matthew.
I didn't know you were coming, Liam.
So 6 Hill Trolls, 1 Angmar Orc Warrior with a banner. The fact that rounds off so nicely at 600 is crazy. We have the 3 Trolls.
This is my favorite
with full
team.
bellies, nothing like a Warm Fire, Dominant Presence, and Troll Cunning, which are basically the auto takes as you increase points. Holy shit.
Aaron,
Okay, and then we got 5 fucking Troll Brutes.
Let's go. My favorite part about this,
Sick.
the general Troll Brute has Wraith Helm Hammerhand sitting on top of him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just
It's so cool. I love it. This so far is
My
I love
favorite.
this team.
I love
This is an incredible team.
This is the way you would want to just have this is your like drinking all day, don't give a shit. My models move forward, they either smash your shit or they get smashed.
Yep.
You know what? That's okay. I just
It's
want
a
to hear
good time.
stories about how the one troll brute got freed up by the other troll brute because it killed models on the way through.
Yeah. Team 7. I think this is me. So we've got another Halls of Thranduil list where we've got Thrandy on foot again, leaning off the elk, which I respect. Heavy armor, couple palace guard. We have a single knight with a sentinel this time. I think that's a fantastic inclusion. Legolas with the cloak, which is what I like, and another sentinel. So two sentinels here, still 9 bows and 31 models. I think this is very nice. We've got 10 glaives. Holy fuck.
Those glaives are gnarly. I do
I
love a good
think
glaive.
six is enough to do the job for you, and they sit on your flanks. But you know what? That's really interesting. Two palace guard are gonna have to sit and do some work for this
I'm-
person.
Minimum 4.
Oh, yeah.
Minimum 4, if not 6. You still want to cover the Thranduil bubble.
I'm
The other
interested
cheeky
in two
sentinel is
sentinels,
cute.
but expensive.
I would literally have gone a one wood elf sentinel, another knight, and then upgrade some of those glaives to palace guard, and you would have made the points. But it should be good.
Yeah, definitely. I'm keen to see how this one goes. Then we've got the Eagles, and then we've got Host of the Dragon Emperor. So, Dragon Emperor and Rutabi. Rutabi is still very fucking good, and for some reason kept 3+ Master of Battle when we don't know who she is. But anyway, we've got 4 shield black dragons, halberds, and a war drum. Cataphract, interesting. Then we've got another. So what are we rocking? We're rocking like an 8 wide shield wall with the Dragon Emperor. Interesting. I'm keen to see how this one goes. Eagles don't mind what they go into. I feel like this is a hammer and this is more of an anvil, but I feel like it's almost interchangeable with the Dragon Emperor Halls of Thranduil. They fulfill very similar roles here. So this is a powerful team. Overall,
Yeah.
that's fucking powerful.
Very excited. Oh, the last alliance. All right. 23 model last alliance with the two big boys, Elendil and Gilgalad, Warriors of Numenor and Rivendell Warriors. 4 of them upgraded to Kingsguard. So fight 6, correct? Yes. So Saruman, Uruk-hai Scout Captain, Grima Wormtongue, and 23 Uruk-hai Berserkers. This is old mate from Malcolm in the Middle, Saruman, walking out with all his buff gym bros behind him, just strolling out. That's what this list is, and I love it to bits. This is great.
Oh, so
Here we go.
Yeah, so this is James.
Is this your Khan Dum army?
No. This is James. This is his. This is his army.
Hell yes.
He loves Khandum just as much as me.
It's such a cool army list. I'm a big fan of it. But in this one, 600 points, 30 models, Eldrak, Frecht, and an Angmar Orc captain, 2 hill trolls, a boatload of warriors of Khandum, and a boatload of Angmar Orc warriors. Only the 3 bows, but well.
No way. These bows took 2 wounds off the troll brute when we played.
That's funny. I love that. It's the classic orc honesty bow. You just take 1 orc honesty bow and it will do work all day, every single game.
As soon as these hit a mounted hero, I have no doubt those people are going to be like, it rolls down. What do I need a wound? A 5? Fuck you.
Yeah. Orc bowmen are the bloody best at doing that. As soon as you get them in a group, as soon as you have like 8, 9 of them, they get really bad at shooting and they miss all their shots and they don't.
Exactly.
But if you've got 1 or 2, my brothers in Christ, they're scary.
Yep. Cool.
Awesome.
Interesting.
Team 9.
Okay, so we have Khazad-dûm again. What the?
I like
Dwarf
it.
King, Dwarf Captain. 13 Khazad Guard. We have 1 Vault. We have 2 Vault Warden teams, 10 Rangers, and 14 Rangers. Jesus, this is a Khazad-dûm list. Holy mackerel!
Yeah, it is.
That's scary.
This
Next,
I love it. It's so
Defendant
cool.
of the Hornburg. Oh, okay. Terror of the Right of Death with Shield. A variety of Rohan warriors, both with shield and throwing spear. We have Helm Hammerhand, the Wraith variant, the Chad himself. Then we have Leaf with 6 riders of Rohan.
This is almost
Interesting.
a theme. We're seeing a real contingent of 6 cav. This is a beautiful list that fits really nicely at teams. If you compare Helm into a list that doesn't just shoot him to death, oh my God, fucking help your soul.
He froths that for
Oh,
the
so
orc list
sick.
that has the 3 bows. He froths any list that has minimal bows. Give him Dragon Emperor, and he's just fucking like, ugh, bang, bang, bang. I'll be sick. Corsair fleets, Dalamir, Dagomar, Corsair bosun, and a ballista. A variety of Corsair with throwing weapons and spears across the board. We have 8 crossbowmen and 1 bowman alongside them. So 9 bows in total, 39 models. Holy Jesus. This is definitely Elias. I hope. I pray. Hopefully. If he's still.
I don't know if it's coming.
I think it is. Elias would have taken at least 4 siege crews, so
Oh, damn. But this is scary. Whoever runs into this is scary. If you are trapped, you die. you went.
Yeah, this is really cool. You think to yourself, if I can pair Corsairs into lists that I want to verse, oh my God, that's terrifying. I would like to have seen the bows increase though.
8 crossbows with a ballista though is still
I'll
fucking
take
scary.
8,
I'll take
8
that
with the ballistas. Hell yeah,
any day of the
that's
week.
good.
I'm purely thinking on a team's aspect. Like if you're skewing into the bows, max it out.
It's that is
But
max.
also throwing weapons, baby.
All right.
Yeah, cool.
All right. We have another Gilgalad and a Landil Last Alliance. Interesting. Riv Banner, heap of Riv Warriors, 8 gnomes with a shield and spear, 23 models, even lower than the previous one, 4 bows, 2 Kingsguard. Harad, the Mumak with 10 raiders, 7 bows, and a banner. So this is basically a Mumak with 10 dudes running around, 8 in the Howder.
Well, baby.
Interesting. Yeah, shit. And you have to kill all the raiders and then the Howder to break. This is cool. And then from there, Army of the White Hand, we've got 4 Crebanes, Saruman.
Let's go.
Warg Riders on top, Dunlin out the wazoo, Oathmaker Chieftain, 12 bows. So I love the Crebain, love the Saruman. Don't think you need a horse in this one. Don't think you need the Warg Riders. Go for a few more scouts, Isengard to buff up killing power.
I'll be honest, I kind of go slightly the other way with Army of the White Hand, similar to what was it the Pole? No,
it was the US.
American.
It was the US that just
where
did.
It was just Wildman. I rate that as an Army of the White Hand play. I think that's a really good idea. Just scrap your Urukai. Don't worry about it. Just go for those numbers.
No banner, though, is gonna bug me.
Yeah. Maybe you bring in an Urukai just for the banner, or a couple of Urukai just so you've got some banner protection as well. But I will say the 4 Crebain. That's my love language.
All right, Sean, take us away.
Team 11, or Mirkwood Rangers, baby. Here we go. 18 models. Tariel, Legolas, 14 Mirkwood Rangers. Then you got the big Chad himself, Thorin with Orchrus and Gloin. We move on to Depth of Moria, Belrog, Goblin Warriors. Moria, Goblin Captain, Goblin Warriors, Moria, Goblin Captain, Goblin Warriors. Classic. Fiefdoms, though, I know.
Fucking fiefdoms are one of the best combat arms.
100%. And I'm pretty sure there's only one person up here in Queensland at the moment that is running fiefdoms. And that man, I'm convinced, has fiefdoms down to a T at the moment.
Tyler, take us through Team 12.
Ooh, love it. Defenders of Helm's Deep. We have Theoden and Aragorn with armor and Theoden with heavy armor. Haleth as well. We have a variety of Royal Guard, normal warriors, Rohan, and Galadriel warriors. We have roughly 10 bows, 11 throwing weapons. How many Royal Guard? Only the 4 though.
Yeah.
But otherwise, pretty Chad. I like the little cheeky drops of Elven Spear. Throughout the list, and even shields, because I will say the D6 can come in clutch besides just trying to sacrifice your Royal Guard. So 35 models as well. And
Pretty
this list
good.
can move, and they can march separately, so it can go. They can't go their separate ways and actually just go to different objectives. So I like it.
100%.
Minas Tirith. Okay, we have Denethor, Faramir, and Irolas. We have a variety of tin cans with a variety of war gear. We have a banner in there. We have 3 Sick Guard in Faramir's warband and 12 in Irolas's. We got 5 Minas Tirith Knights. Overall, 10 bows still, +1 to wound Sick Guard. A nice little shield wall contingent. You still have the Palantir. Faramir is actually a Chad in this list. And Irolas, just overall solid.
Yeah.
Don't mind it.
I think one of the best heroes that Gondor has, full stop.
Absolutely.
He went last edition for me as someone that I did not consider to take in any of my Gondor lists, and I ran Gondor crazy.
Yeah.
To now, you have to take Irolas.
He's an auto. Cool.
He's
Next
so
list
good.
for me. Moria.
Oh, I
Hello.
love it.
Here we go.
Okay,
Oh,
so
I
we got
love it.
Durbers with 6 Prowlers, 7 Moria Goblin Warriors, and then we have Dragon with Breathe Fire and Fly. More Prowlers, more Warriors, Goblin Warriors with a variety of war gear, a Shaman, and 6 more Goblins. Overall,
drama.
35 models. 1 bow, 10
brother.
Prowlers.
Who needs bows when you've got a Breathe
Dragon.
Dragon and what was it? What did we say? 10 Goblin Prowlers? Brother, you don't need no bow. You have one model that is the bow.
Yeah.
Can the Prowlers go up to fight 4 in this?
Yeah, I think so.
And
really
And
read
his natural 6 is a 6, huh?
yeah,
Prowlers
baby.
And they've got Stalk Unseen too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Prowlers are phenomenal now, man.
Prowlers are cooked.
Yeah, this is really solid. Jesus. And this is the first time we're going to see a dragon at an event. So go ahead.
Oh, I'm kind of shit scared of that.
Insert Lake Town meme. All right. And then we've got so Lothlorien, Galadriel, Haldia, and a captain solo drop. 30 models. We've got 8 Lorien Guard, 8 Galadriel Court, Lothlorien banner, 6 bows, 4 Wood Elf spears. Yeah, but this is interesting. I like that they've still got a might in this one as well. Then we've got Erebor Reclaimed, which has got Nori, heap of Iron Hills, couple of crossbows, Glowing, and Dory. So we've got the D9 Chad, we've got the 4 attacks Chad, and we've got the 3 attacks Chad, effectively. 30 models, 9 crossbows. That's pretty decent. This is Erebor Reclaimed, and this has been a front runner for the whole edition thus far. I don't see that changing at all. It just goes into whatever you want it to and keeps on performing, right? Theoden. We're talking 8 models with Theoden, 1 Royal Guard, 1 Rider of Rohan, Aemma, Elfhelm, Eowyn, Gamling. Royal Standard. This does, Tyler, you've had a bit more experience of what I've had with this recently. Am I right in saying that this is doing exactly what it did last edition with the meta? Except Elfhelm's got an extra attack now, but still unfortunately remains at fight 4, but can do cheeky things with his re-rolling throwing spear.
To be honest, it's actually just this list just got better than last edition. In my opinion, the dominant 2 around Theoden and Aemir is cute, as well as just the death turn plus getting potentially free might from Gamling's banner is crazy.
Yeah,
absolutely crazy.
Top of 5 foot, on top of Snowmane. Yeah, look, when you start to talk like that, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy talk. Elves used to be the bane of this existence, right?
Yeah, Theoden doesn't look at elves anymore. Just like interesting build.
Scalpel list. It has to be paired. This one doesn't give a fuck. However, this one can do work if the opponent is on it. You know what I mean? But I would much prefer this is going to get you 20s.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sean, take us through the last list.
Ooh, Return of the King, 24 models, Aragon, Andral, Flame of the West, and his Elven Cloak. 7 Warriors of the Dead with Shield, 4 with Spear. Then we've got the King of the Dead with 3 Warriors with Spear, 1 with Spear and Shield, and 7 Warriors of the Dead with Shield. These guys scare the shit out of me this edition. 8-inch move, walk over terrain. They climb up buildings as if they don't exist. They stress me out, especially after what Alex did to me with them. Yeah, crazy. Atop the walls, Gandalf. Talk about talking on terrain. Atop the walls, 27 models. Gandalf on Shadowfax, Minas Tirith captain, 8 Knights of Minas Tirith, one an extra one, so 9. Sorry, but with one with a banner. 4 Warriors of Minas Tirith with bow. Then you've got 8 Warriors of Minas Tirith spear and shield, and then 4 more with a bow. Solid. It feels it's interesting not seeing a trebuchet in atop the walls or even bolt throwers now.
Yes.
But I'm very interested to see how this goes without any siege weapons.
Where's my Pippin? Look, I just did a tournament with 600 points. Aeronor, Glorfindel, 17 Minas Tirith Knights, one of them with a banner, and won that thing. It was that the Minas Tirith Knights this edition just hit like a fucking truck. So
they are what Swan Knights should be.
I wish this list, instead of the captain, I wish it would have had Huron and just gone full freaking tilt. All mounted and just gone and give me Pippin, man. Give me a Gandalf and
Gandalf
extra might.
into a menace, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
If there's a list to shine him in, I think it's this one.
Yeah.
All right, and the last one.
Oh, another fiefdoms. All right, Prince Imrahil, 5 Knights of Dol Amroth on horse and lance. Forlong the Fat with 4 Knights of Dol Amroth on foot. 4 Axemen of Lossark. Angbor the Fearless, 3 Knights of Dol Amroth on foot, and 4 Axemen of Lossark. I love
Ori. He's an Imrahil fanboy.
The other one definitely looked like a Dean fiefdoms list in my eyes, and his one is absolutely incredible. This one, fiefdoms is interesting for me at the moment, where I don't see a place for Imrahil below 800 points. But who knows? Maybe Imrahil with 5 Knights of Dol Amroth.
He's a Chad nonetheless. However, the issue I have with this list is why is Angbor not leading any of his clansmen? That's the issue I have.
Yeah.
I would have loved that.
Because they get +2 to wound, correct? Yeah, like that's fucking crazy.
Well, the Axemen also get +2 to wound.
If they 2-hand, but you're wanting them as spear sports. Just leave them as spear sports and freaking give me some clansmen that are fucking like, yeah.
This is interesting. This is going to be an interesting team. This is it.
Wild stats. We put them at the front.
We did. Now, what's interesting trend-wise, I think we're going to change this too, is the amount of cavalry contingents that we're seeing now, and how Queenslanders seem to gravitate towards 6 cavalry as our golden number, which is so wild, considering. Yeah, like the only thing that's changed is the new book, right?
No, I don't think it's too crazy, because even as Tyler said early on in the video, movement is key in these new books coming out. And a lot of people, my guess is, probably haven't been able to like play all the scenarios yet, get to grips with them. So just through reading, they're probably going, all right, I'm going to need more cavalry, and they're pushing up to that 6. Give the community a few months, and I reckon we'll see that drop back down to I don't want to say a regular number, but yeah, something like 3 or 4 per list for that mobility, for the objective capping and whatnot. So we'll see. This is the first.
So long.
This is the first tournament with Armies of Middle-earth and the new scenarios here in Queensland. So it's very much a testing ground to see what the meta, I guess, is eventually going to look like. But that's going to take a few months and a few tournaments to figure out, because at the moment everything is theoretical for most of the players.
This should be a good tournament.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. And 600 points, I think, it feels like kind of the sweet spot this edition at the moment. I think a lot of lists really work at 600. There are some that, don't get me wrong, are a bit too strong at 600 points. But 600. Oh God, I love this points value.
Ew, brother, who hurt you? I don't like 600. Give me more.
Nah, nah.
Come to
Jay,
MTG Open and play 1,000.
Jay's out here trying to run a 1,000-point tournament, and he keeps telling me about it, and I'm sitting there going, oh, I don't want to do 1,000. I don't want to do it. I'll do it for you, but I don't want to.
Happy mornings, man. You'll have so much fun.
Oh, dude, I'm thinking about 30 Bjornings.
Right?
It's too
Right? 10 fucking bows, man. It's
Dude,
shit turns up.
they hit like a truck. That's like 60 wounds. These bitches hit like a truck.
Dude, they're Boromir. They put Boromir in a tree. Type.
Dude,
crazy.
Mhm.
Goddamn.
Anyway, I think we'll end the video up here. From me, from Jay, from Tyler, from Alex, who is not here, we love you all.